Alright, back everybody. I have one last say about the Good Friday appeal. And I want to talk about the hospital again. And how I said that the hospital's doing pretty good, which it is. And I'm not saying that it shouldn't have donations. So I thought I'll quickly do another video just in case, propaganda and all that kind of stuff. Someone's trimming some trees over there by the looks. And so when it comes to the hospitals, what I was trying to mention is that there's heaps of hospitals, and when you donate, it doesn't just go to the Royal Children's Hospital. When you look it up, I remember looking it up a few years ago. It goes to other hospitals too, doesn't it, Emma?
I think it only goes to one hospital.
Didn't we look it up a few years ago?
I think we thought it went to different hospitals, but we found it only went to
Well, it could be the other way around. There you go. But as far as I'm concerned, it should go to all hospitals. Now, we bang it up. We talk about the Royal Children's Hospital, and it's doing quite good. It's had an upgrade and all sorts of things. I used to have to go to the Royal Children's Hospital myself as I got cystic fibrosis every time I got sick. So I know all about the place, and it's way better than it used to be. And I thought it was pretty good back then, even though I missed out on a lot of things myself. Right? But they've got a lot more than what they used to have. But I also noticed there's a lot of other hospitals, and they take children too. So when it comes to helping the kids, and I understand helping that hospital, but what about the rest of them? Why don't we show what they look like? That hospital's doing quite well. They've got all sorts of entertainment there and everything. And like I said, I'm still not saying that they shouldn't have anything. If they need money, they should get some money. But how much money do they need for how much more extra entertainment or to pay for it? You know what I mean? And they've had their time. The kids there are having a ball, as far as I can see. And so and they've got a television show to go on and everything, right? What I'd like to see is more other hospitals have a similar mini version. In a way, it doesn't have to be as big, but at least have someone from each town able to have a little television show at a hospital for the kids to come in. Doesn't have to be as busy, but at least every now and then, and have the opportunity for volunteers to even come in. Some high school kids can run these type of things. They're not, full on for everybody. It's just a local kind of thing on local stations, and they can do it. It also gives them experience and connection with the environment around them in that field, right, when it comes to that. So you can get these things done quite cheaply. They just need a little booster start kind of thing in these areas. And then after that, they can maintain themselves, which is what I'm hoping when it comes to the Royal Children's Hospital, that they've pretty much got what they need, and the normal government funding that all hospitals get, they'll be able to pretty much maintain themselves with that. Or spread a little bit out of what they get extra to those hospitals. Because what I believe is it's a bit unfair that we keep promoting one hospital, and it is a kids' hospital, and we have other kids' hospitals too, right? And that one's had an upgrade. It's doing quite well. I understand when I was a young kid, it needed some fixing up. But I believe that we're up to the time now when it comes to the Royal Children's Hospital is that it doesn't need too much more, and that we can concentrate on other areas. We can still call it all the same thing, but we do it for other hospitals. In fact, I believe that the appeal can be donated to every town that donates their own money can start to give back to their own hospital. That could be a start, and whatever's extra after that or other bigger things, the bigger people want to donate and spread it out to all of them. Like a millionaire goes, oh, well, I want to give them 10 million. There's 20 hospitals, they can get a percentage of that, split it between 20 of them, right? Because they don't know exactly what one they want. They're not local. But local people, unless they want to donate more and they're rich and want to spread out, but as far as I'm concerned, and definitely if it's all a little change, the local people money, they should at least get that amount that they put in to their hospital, right? That's how I see that when it comes to donations and doing a similar thing, but for all hospitals, right? And a similar thing when it comes to the fire brigade themselves, because I'm glad that the fire brigade can go out and do this, and they've done a very good job since they've started. In fact, they've done so good, I'm telling them thumbs up, you can move on kind of thing, you know what I mean? And so I thought I'd mention that. And when it comes to donations, I scraped up $5 between me and Emma. We're paying $5. $5.07 because there's a surcharge fee, isn't there? Surcharge.
It's a processing fee. We don't have
Processing.
to pay for it, but
Oh, okay.
I did it to cover their costs.
Now, when it comes to processing fees, so when it comes to donations, right, and these type of appeals, you shouldn't see processing fees. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you get a politician to go to local banks or these local areas and that, you should be able to get them to go, look, at least your donation, you don't have to even do anything. It's the other people's money. All you have to do is give it back. And when it comes to these processing fees, have it there, but then you give it back. So in the end, the processing fee is not lost. Don't you agree on that, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they don't give it back, that's all cool, but we'll mention that you didn't. And that you take from profit non-profit areas. Other than that, I'm all cool when it comes to paying a little extra for things to get done. Definitely if it hasn't been programmed in, but you can program these things in when it comes to funding that you don't get charged. Banks can do this. Hey, out there, everyone, if the bank offered that, would you use that bank to do the donations? Would you, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. There's the thought for you, banks. It's not always about money, is it, everybody? And have a good one.